Realizing that the landscape had shifted, we adapted our efforts to protect the gains we'd made in previous years and to plant the seeds for growth when the economy recovers. As part of that effort, we've spent the last year expanding our capacity to promote economic development and job growth. One of the more public undertakings on this front has been the knowledge-based economy effort. Along with the Chamber of Commerce, our colleges and universities and hospitals, as well as businesses both large and small, we're leading a well-defined and strategic effort to better leverage assets already in place in order to accelerate the creation of 21st century jobs in Providence. These so-called knowledge jobs may well be for our future what heavy manufacturing jobs were for our past. Yes, knowledge economy jobs will include those high-end positions that require advanced degrees, but the majority will be good, solid careers with the kind of pay a family can live on. Lab technicians, medical device fabricators, nurses, salespeople, service workers, safety supervisors, good, solid middle-class jobs. These are the occupations that we intend to grow in the knowledge economy. Of course, we also continue to view the great arts and cultural scene in our city as a critical economic engine. Tapping into their entrepreneurial and collaborative spirit, we're working with the arts and business community to develop a cultural plan to ensure the long-term growth and prosperity of the arts in the city of Providence. The point is this: by nearly every fundamental measure, Providence is in a far stronger position than the last time the national economy took this kind of turn. We've put ourselves in this position with hard work, creativity, and the unique capacity we have to renew ourselves. But in the economic crisis we face, that is not enough. We cannot and will not wait around for the economy to get better. We're going to do everything in our power to keep our economy moving right now and to position ourselves to leap ahead when the national economy recovers. In order to do that, we have to mobilize as if we were in the economic equivalent of wartime, because that's exactly what this is. This requires us to focus on the economy in an unprecedented way. Clearly, a big part of that is working hard to maintain basic city services in the constrained statewide budget environment. More recent forecasts tell us that the state's supplemental budget condition is even worse than the dire scenario laid out by the governor just weeks ago. Although there's going to be help coming from the federal recovery package, there will not be enough to allow our state to keep doing business the way it has been done. Rhode Island state government is faced with a real opportunity to enact some reforms that will fundamentally change the structural deficit, and I strongly support these ideas. I can't make any definitive pronouncements tonight about our own 2009 budget until the General Assembly finishes its work, but we have already taken a number of measures to prepare. I've instructed all city department heads to plan scenarios for various levels of budget cuts. We continue in each department to examine every operation, every purchase, and all of their personnel in preparation for an emergency 2009 budget submission that I will present in the coming weeks. Everything is under consideration: layoffs, wage reductions, increases in health insurance co-sharing, furloughs, and other very difficult cost-cutting measures. I've also met with the leadership of all of our public employee unions to impress upon them again the urgent need for serious concessions and contract reform. This is a time when we must work together for the sake of the city we all love. It will require sacrifice to protect the quality of life for the residents of our city. I thank the union leadership that has stepped forward in this process and demonstrated a willingness to be part of the solution. But while we address the immediate budget crisis, we must also plan for the future. We have to mobilize in this economic crisis like never before so that Providence can move forward as our nation recovers from this recession. This will not happen automatically. The kind of effort I'm talking about requires a serious action plan, and that's what I'm going to present to you tonight. Our city government will place an unprecedented focus on the economy over the next 18 months. We're going to do everything we can within the scope of city government to enhance and leverage the federal economic recovery plan and to expand economic opportunity for the residents of Providence. And that's the key word: opportunity. Our focus will be on creating the climate for people to access good jobs, for individual businesses to reach their goals, and for our economy as a whole to reposition itself for the 21st century. We will not and cannot expand the size of our government, but we will leverage it where possible and use our authority in smart, strategic ways to help loosen up the places in our economy that are stuck. Our goals are clear and measurable, and residents will be able to track our progress. Every goal will be placed online with a checkbox next to it. When the goal is achieved, I'll announce it to the city, check it off, and move on. Finally, this plan comes with a time commitment. Every goal will be achieved within 18 months. So now it's my pleasure to present to you Operation Opportunity, my 18-month economic action plan for the City of Providence. Our time requires us to take an even more active and aggressive role in hands-on economic development. So the first set of goals is built around stimulating entrepreneurship and investment to lay the foundation for the jobs of the future. First, we will implement new technology and a simultaneous review process to cut the average time of plan review for building permits by 50%. We will cut the time in half. Businesses have to compete on service delivery time, and in our shrinking world, so do cities. For new and existing businesses, time is money, and meeting this goal will increase our competitiveness for new investment and business growth. We will join with our knowledge economy partners in the Jewelry District and facilitate the development of an incubator for biotech entrepreneurs with state-of-the-art wet lab space. This facility will help the world-class scientists from our universities and hospitals bring their discoveries to market right here in Providence. We will launch a new web-based service center completely devoted to attracting new business to the City of Providence and to help local businesses grow. It will be designed to make the experience of planning growth in Providence an easy and inviting one for anyone around the globe. The city will establish its first ever small business and new business expediter. This will give small business owners a real live person who not only knows their names and what they need, but whose job it is to help them get it. If you're a small business owner, this person will work for you, not me. We will make $5 million available to help existing and new small businesses by recapitalizing the Providence Economic Development Partnership Loan Fund so we can provide the capital businesses need to grow, especially in these times of extremely tight credit. Our final Operation Opportunity goal for stimulating entrepreneurship is the establishment of a business-to-business mentorship program. Imagine a growing mid-sized accounting firm that wants to break into the Latino market. Now on Broad Street, there's a restaurant owner looking for more financial tools or technical assistance. This program will match them up, and both will find the new opportunities they're looking for. In the 21st century, expanding opportunity means going green. How effectively we make this transition will be a major factor in our ability to create jobs, to sustain our long-term economic health, and to fulfill our greatest moral imperative for the future. As New York Times columnist Tom Friedman has written, green is the new red, white, and blue. Our first greening the economy goal is the creation of the Providence Green Jobs Training Corps to assure placement of Providence residents in this sector of our economy at a time when extraordinary federal investment in renewable energy and environmental sustainability. We know that the green job market is expanding, and it will grow dramatically as a direct result of the President's recovery plan. We need to be ready to move people into productive work as quickly as possible. We will coordinate with emerging programs to build our training capacity fast. We will also finalize site plans for wind turbines on city property that will produce significant energy to the electrical grid. It's a real effort to produce clean energy and to lead by example. We'd love to get them built in 18 months, but right now we're ready to commit to completed plans in that time frame. On the waste reduction side of the green effort, we can have an impact with our recycling program. Along these lines, we will lead residents of the city in doubling the recycling rate in Providence. By doing so, we will save taxpayer dollars and protect our environment. We have made some progress here, but it's time to move much faster. Finally, for our greening the economy goals, we'll formalize a practice that we've already informally adopted. I will sign and implement an executive order so that all new municipal buildings are LEED certified and all new school buildings are CHPS certified, which is the equivalent standard for educational facilities. We will also require that all renovations include consideration of renewable energy options and sustainable design.